Hello everyone, it's Kathy Champion and you're back here at my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. And I'm so glad that you stopped by because today we're going to be working with this beautiful Hydrangea Hill paper along with the entire suite. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located here in North Carolina, but I service people all over the United States. So with my online website, anywhere in the United States you can come and shop with me. So if you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator that you're currently working with, I'd love to help you with all of your Stampin' Up needs, answer any questions, and be here just to lead and guide you through your journey of crafting. So with that in mind, like I said, if you don't have someone, get in touch with me and I will be more than happy to help you. This is my host code for the rest of this month, the 16th through the 31st. This is a new host code, so please make note of it. It will also be in the description box below the video. And what this host code will do, it will get you a free gift at the end of the month if you place a $50 order before shipping and tax. In my online store, you'll get a free gift from me. You will also get in the drawing for the Darling Donkey stamp set. And you know, I have a hard time keeping up with this. Here it is. This is the Darling Donkey, and I'm giving this stamp set away to one lucky winner. So any purchase that you make in my online store will put your name in to a drawing for this cute little stamp set. It is adorable, and if you've seen any of my previous videos while we were going through Celebration, you'll see that I made quite a few cards. Loved it. These little donkeys are so much fun. So good luck to the winner of that. Go over and place an order and get your name in the drawing. Also, real quick before we go any further, tomorrow, or no, that would be today because I'm recording this video on Tuesday. So Wednesday, March the 17th, one day only, right there, one day only, free shipping on your purchase of $50 or more. So it has to be $50 before your taxes, and then you will not be charged any shipping, no matter how big your order is, no matter how heavy your order is. Free shipping, but it's one day. So at the stroke of midnight, and that's on Mountain Time. So if you live in the east, it will be 2 hours earlier. If you live in the west, it'll be 2 hours later. So in the middle, it'll be right at midnight. So you can do the calculations, to figure out what your time is. My suggestion would be get it in before what would be midnight my time, which would make it 9 o'clock, I think, Pacific time, and then you know that you'll be good and you'll get in before that deadline. So anyway, one day sale, and if you have any questions about how this works, please give me a shout out. Either text me, my phone number is on my website, or send me an email that will be linked in the video below. I'll be glad to help you if you have any questions. Okay, with all of that housekeeping out of the way, I want to show you what we're going to do today. But first, let me go over. I have used this paper, so I wish I had the entire full pack to show you, but I think I do have enough that you can see. This piece I've cut up quite a bit, but it's that color on that side. And then this one is like that on that side. This is some gorgeous paper. It's the Rococo Rose, the gorgeous Grape, the Highland Heather, the Seaside Spray. Look at those gorgeous colors. I'm even seeing a little bit of Saffron. And of course you've got the green, which I believe is the Old Olive. Let's check that out and see if that's what it is. Mossy Meadow. Here's the colors. Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, I thought that was Old Olive, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, and of course our basic white. So it is gorgeous, and they also have the mercury glass paper that goes with this. This paper is stunning. Look at that. And it comes in two colors. One is the gorgeous Grape, and one is the Rococo Rose, and it is so pretty. So if you have not gotten this paper yet, you really need to get over. And a great time to get that would be during the free shipping. I'm just saying. It's always good when the company can offer us a free shipping because, you know, none of us likes to pay for shipping. At least I know I don't. That's why I have an Amazon account. I like free shipping. And Stampin' Up is usually maybe once to twice a year they will offer this, but it's few and far between. All right, let me get this back over. We looked at the paper. The other items that comes in that is the bundle with the stamp set and the coordinating dies. Sorry. The stamp set is a photopolymer. It is a two-step stamp set, which means you have the stamps that does the fill-in, and then you have the actual image. It's so cute. You can use it with or without the color. You can actually come in and color this yourself, or you can use the blotch. I like to call these like a blotch of color because to me that's what they are. But you can use that to color it. There's little flowers and then there's little leaves and sentiments and everything. This is just really a cute, cute stamp set. And I think this will be one you'll reach for quite a few times because of the beautiful little sentiments, and the font in that is so cute. Look at that. Aren't those fonts cute? And then of course we have our dies, and this one right here cuts the little pieces where you can take your pick tool and lift all of those little flowers up so it really does look like a hydrangea. And then you have this whole thing of little flowers, and it cuts these out individually. And then of course you have your detail die for your leaves. You got a couple little tags here, and of course the outline for your two images, which is fantastic. Love, love, love. I fell in love with the paper because I thought the paper was just so gorgeous. So let me show you the card that I worked on this morning. This was sort of my prototype. So let me bring you in a little bit. Oh, I didn't show you this gorgeous grape ribbon. Look at this beautiful sheer ribbon. Is that not gorgeous? I love that. And it's going to coordinate. I did use a different ribbon on this one, but this card is so pretty. Look at those hydrangeas. Who doesn't love those? Do you remember when, well, I'll be telling my age, I guess. We used to call them snowballs because they looked so fluffy like a snowball. And they always are big and round. Beautiful, beautiful. I've always loved hydrangeas. I think they're gorgeous. Never been fortunate enough to have one that I could keep and keep alive. We planted one here right after we moved here. That poor thing kicked the bucket within just a few days. So crazy. But anyway, we're going to make another one of these, and it's going to be on the same style so you can learn how to make this. But I'm going to change the colors up a little bit. So we're still using the hydrangea paper. But what we're going to do, we have a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my paper trimmer for my scoring. Let me get my phone cord detached from everything before I pull it off of my desk. Alright, we're going to put this in and we're going to score it at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, if you're using this trimmer has 16ths on it. So when you bring it up to the 2, the 1/8 is going to be the second tick mark over. So it's going to be like halfway between the quarter line, because half of 1/4 is 1/8. So we're going to score right there. Make sure that your cut blade is up or down out of your way, and then grab your score blade. That would be your lighter gray one, and we're going to score that. And then we're going to move it over to 4 1/4, which would be our regular score line for an A2 size card. So we're going to score it right there. No rocket science, just easy peasy. And then I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to go ahead and burnish this down. All of my other pieces are ready. I went ahead and cut ahead of time, and we'll just go over the measurements as we go, and I'll give them to you. So I'm going to grab my bone folder, because anytime you're working with a fun fold card, you want to make sure that you're getting nice, crisp fold score lines, because that will help your card to lay. And I'm going to turn that over. Now I'm looking at my monitor, and this paper does not look gorgeous great. This is a deep, rich purple, so I'm hoping it's just my monitor that's showing it that color. And when I actually see it on the camera, I'm hoping that it will be a lot prettier than that. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to fold this piece back, and I'm going to bring this over this way. And what I'm looking is to make sure that both edges here are lined up, and then we're going to crease this one down. Again, we're going to crease it on both sides, just to kind of ensure that we get a nice fold. And then we're going to fold this back over, and I'm going to crease it one more time here. All right, so now we're ready to lay our mats down. So I got that one done. So our mats are, we have 2 pieces of the hydrangea paper, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use this one. I think I'm going to use these. Okay, yeah, we're going to put this one here, and this one, I don't know if I want to do the hydrangeas on this side. Decisions. No, I'm going to go with that. I like that. I think it's going to give a little bit of contrast. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this hydrangea right here, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, and this is the Stampin' Seal Plus. This is the one that is my go-to. I like it much better. It's my seal of choice, and all I'm going to do is just make little marks of that all the way down the side and across the bottom, and then of course back up this side, because you don't want, you never ever want to feel like your card's going to fall apart. That would not be a good thing. Now, I think I told you these are cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and you need 2 of those. So I'm going to lay this down, and you want to get it centered as best you can, right like, just like that, and just give it a good little smush. And then we're going to grab this piece, and like I said, we're going to use this side, and so I'm going to put my seal on this side. So just like so, work it down all the way around. Just like that. And now we're going to put this down right about here. And just sit that down in there, like so. And we're going to press that. And now we're ready to put this beautiful piece of hydrangea paper, and this is another sheet, and that sheet has the blue in the middle, and on both ends of it you have these blooming hydrangeas that are just gorgeous. We're going to stamp on this like we did on this one before we put it on, and I think what I want to do with this one, we're going to use the Massive Thanks, because I think I want this to be a thank you card. But I want a prettier font than that. So let's look. Peaceful Moments has a beautiful thank you. I like that. Thinking of you with all my heart. I think I'm going to say thank you, and then, yeah, let's not use Massive Thanks. So let's use Peaceful Moments. I do love this Peaceful Moments. It's like one of my go-to sentiment stamps that I seem to turn to over and over and over. So, on this one, we are going to put I think I'm going to do Thinking of You with All My Heart right here. Yeah, I think that's what I want on this one. So, let's grab us a stamp block. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this one. And I'm going to pick that up. And I'm just going to grab some black ink. And I'm going to set it over here out of my way so I don't put my hand in it. Ink that up really well. And then I'm just going to come in right about here and stamp that down. You don't want to rock your stamp. You want to hold it as nice and straight and even as you can. And when you come up, you don't want to rock. You want to come straight up like that. That ensures that you're going to get a good stamp every time without having any halos or smearing or anything like that we don't like on our stamps, our stamped images. So let's do that, clean that off really quick. And now we're going to come back in with this little white piece of paper because we're going to stamp on this as well. And this piece of basic white is 3 inches by 4 1/4. So there we go with that one. Let's lay this over here. And now on this one, we are going to put thank you. And I think I want to do the thank you right in the middle. I think I want it to be something like that. So let's get our stamp block. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to come down right in the middle. I want this to go right in the middle because I'm going to stamp some flowers up. You know what, maybe I'm going to go up a little higher. I think I want to do something a little different with this one. So let's go right there. Hold it. Bring it up. And I'm cleaning my stamp off over here so I don't have a dirty stamp. Now, I want to stamp some of those hydrangeas on here. So I'm going to grab my stamp set. And I think what I want to do is I want to do the hydrangea coming off under the thank you. So we are going to do this bigger image, and I think what I want to do is just have it about like that. So I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat, because these are photopolymer. The other ones I used were cling stamps, so if you noticed I did not feel the need to grab this mat for that because they already have a built-in cushion. So I'm going to grab this little hydrangea right here. And I think I want to put it about like that. And now my decision is going to be, what do I want to stamp it in? Do I want to do Momento and come in and do a little coloring on it? Or do I want to stamp it I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it in, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it in the Momento. The reason I'm going to grab the Momento is I want to, I think I'm going to come in and do some alcohol coloring on that. Just to change it up a little bit. I think that'd be good. And this way we can color our stem. And because this is a bigger size stamp, I'm going to take my stamp pad to the stamp, because this will be easier on my hand and just much easier to control my ink distribution. So we're just going to put this around on here like that, rub it. This is like a felt pad, so you wouldn't do this with the spongy pads that are Stampin' classic ink pads, but the Momento is a different breed, so sometimes you do have to kind of wiggle it on there a little bit to get a good coverage. Alright, we're going to hope for the best on that one. And let's come in right about here, and I'm going to stamp straight down. I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to put some nice firm pressure on it and just hold it. And that is giving that ink time to transfer. I'm going to slide that up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Let's move our card. There we go. And now I'm going to lift this up, And that is gorgeous. That's exactly what I wanted. I just wanted the corner of those leaves to touch that. So that was absolutely what I was looking for. And I love the fact that we can put the hydrangea and sort of match it to our paper. I think that is just one of the wonderful things about the Stampin' Up! is again, I say this every time I craft, the color coordination that Stampin' Up! Offers is without a doubt one of the best features that they have. And did I get ink right there? I did. That's okay. I have that little mono sand eraser. Now these are not sold by Stampin' Up! I've heard that they used to have something like this, but they don't anymore. But you can pick these up. You can probably even get one on Amazon. It's just called a mono sand eraser. And what it does, it actually sands off the top layer of your paper. And sometimes when you have a little ink smudge, you can get it off. And if you can't, you know what I always say, if you can't get it off, then cover it up. And that's not coming off very well. It looks like it must have gotten down deep into the paper. So it's a little bit better than it was. So you know what we're going to do? I'm going to take my little Jelly Roll pen. This is the number 8. And I'm going to get it started over here. Make sure that ink is rolling. And then I'm just going to come in. Well, I'm not sure that helped. I think a butterfly right there will be in the works for us. And I've got some little ones that I cut out of vellum. And I think that will be a perfect, or maybe a gem. You know, we always have more than one ways to cover up our flaws. In fact, I should have stopped while I was ahead. I think I had it better before I put the white ink on there. But anyway, we'll cover that up. Like I said, see this cute little blue butterfly? Oh yeah, I think he just really needs to be there. What do you think? Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab some alcohol markers, my Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to start out with my Granny Apple Green because I think, no, you know what, maybe we're going to do Old Olive because I think that was the color that was showing in the paper. So yeah, let's do that. We'll do Old Olive, and I'm going to start off with my darker, and all I want to do is come in and hit these lines. Now y'all know I love to be able to see. And I don't normally wear glasses, but there's something about when I'm coloring, I just need a pair of reading glasses. So I'm just going to come in and put these lines in, just ever so often, through here, like that, and right there. And then we're going to come back in with our lighter. And I want this to dissipate a little bit, so I'm just going to fan it, let that ink dry. And now I'm going to come back and just lay down some of this lighter color. And I'm going to blend it. This really does give you almost like a 3D effect on your coloring. You know, it kind of automatically shadows everything. And I love that. And again, there's that color coordination that's so wonderful. So I'm going to bring that color down. I'm going to come down to this one and get that little one right there. And I kept my paper here so I could go off of the edges without worrying. So that looks really good right there. So I'm going to go to the small tip that's on the other end, and I'm going to use it to pull color into my stem, just like that. So now we have the stem colored. So now we need to go back, and I'm going to use some of the Rococo Rose, or do I want to do the blue? Blue or purple? I'm going to grab my Seaside Spray, And we are going to go in with our dark. And I'm just going to hit some flower petals. All around. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to blend all this together. So, and then I'm going to grab my Misty Moonlight. No, that's not Misty Moonlight. Where'd the Misty Moonlight go? That's Night of Navy. This is Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to come in with the lighter color first. And see, it's a much darker. Even the light is darker than what we were using. And I'm just going to put down, because what we want is this to blend. We want everything to blend. And I think that's what we're going to get with putting the color in like this. Let's get a little bit right there. I don't think we're going to use that dark one because I think it's going to be a little bit too dark. I am going to go back in with the darker Seaside Spray, and we are going to start blending. Now remember, we can always go back and add some more color. And I think we are going to use the darker one, and I'm just going to go in with this and use this piece, the little chiseled in. I was thinking this one was going to be too dark, but it looks like we're going to need a little bit of that darkness just to kind of bring everything together. So I'm going back in with that lighter one, and I'm just going to blend this. You always want to use your lighter color for your blending. All the way out to the edge. And I'm going to come back in with this one, and we're going to get, is this my dark? No, this is the light. Light Misty Moonlight. About like that, and then I'm going to come back in with that lighter one again, and I am just blending. You don't always have to use the same color to blend. You can blend with other colors of markers. I think sometimes that's a misconception with the markers. We think we have to stay with that same family, but you don't. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? That does look like a hydrangea. I am going to go back in with just a little bit of the dark, just over here and there, just to get a little bit more of depth of color. And then we're going to blend it out a little bit more. That is gorgeous. Love that. All right, so we have that done. And now I have a piece of black that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And this is what we're going to put this on. And look how pretty that's going to look on that black. So again, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to go, just like I did before, right around the edges with just small amounts. You don't have to drag a full piece, not for just putting down a mat. If you have a piece that's, you know, something that's going to be moved quite a bit, you might want to do a little bit more, but for this, I think this is all we need. So I'm going to layer that on just like so. And let's get that little butterfly. I've got two little butterflies that I want to use on here. This one and what did I do? This little bitty one that we're going to cover up our smudge with. Just like that. Now this one I'm going to put down with a glue dot. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dots and I'm going to put him right on top of one of the glue dots and smush him. Pull him off. Now that glue dot is right there and we can put him right here and cover up that smudge. And now this one, I think we're going to have him going right about here. Or do we want him up here? No, I think I like him right there in that corner. So I'm going to use a piece of, maybe I want to do glue dots on him too. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to use some glue, and I'll tell you why. I want to just be able to stick him right here on his body. So I just want a little bit of glue right there. And I'm going to stick him down right like that, and I just want to hold him until he adheres. So I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and I'm going to just press him down to make sure he's adhering. That looks so pretty. Look at that. Alright, so now we're going to come back over and bring our card, and I'm going to move this out of my way. So we're going to put some Stampin' Seal on the back of this piece. A little piece in the middle never hurts. Alright, so now we're going to bring this piece in and we're going to even it up. We want it to make sure it's even with these pieces over here, but yet also in the center of this mat. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so pretty. I love, love, love this paper. Oh, it has all the colors that really does speak to me, and I love it. All right, so we're going to put this down right about here, just like so. And I'm gauging where I need to put adhesive because I only want adhesive right here. So I'm going to lift that up, and I know from this point over, so you know what I'm going to do? I am going to make myself a little mark. I'm going to use this Jelly Roll pen so I can see it, since it was laying right here. And I know that I don't want to put adhesive any further over than there. So that gives me a guideline that nobody's going to see. So adhesive needs to go on that side. Yep. So I'm going to come over next to that mark and lay me down a row. Now this is where you're going to really want to lay some adhesive down, because this is the part of the card that's going to get a little bit of wear and tear. So for that one I did add a little bit more, and you can see that. So now I'm going to lay this down right about here, making sure I'm getting it nice and straight. Yep, and I got it over far enough, and I'm going to press it. I'll lift those wings a little bit on my butterfly. And now I'm going to grab some of those pretty gems that we have. And let's pull those out. And I think for this one, I'm going to do these light blue ones. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick. Let's put our ribbon on first because I think I want to put my bow right up here in this corner. So I'm going to make me a bow, and I'm going to do that just a very simple little bow. I say that and then I have difficulty tying it. You know, only on camera, if I'm doing this and I'm not on the camera, it seems like my bows come out perfect every time. But let me get on the camera. All I can say is I'm going to have myself a hissy fit making bows when I go live. I only have a few more subscribers to get to that point. But now I'm going to mess with my bow a little bit. I'm going to critique it, I'm going to pull it, I'm going to tighten it down, really play with it until I get it just like I want it. Once I get it like I want it, then I'm going to go ahead and cut my, let me get my ribbon scissors. Y'all know I'm a stickler for using a certain pair of scissors for my ribbon. There we go. And there we go. Oh, look how pretty that's going to look. I think I need to trim that tail just a little bit more. And this particular ribbon is so forgiving. It's that sheer ribbon that just always makes everything look pretty. So I'm going to use a glue dot to put my bow down. It's my go-to adhesive for bows. So I'm just going to grab that on a glue dot. And then I'm going to bring it right up here to that top corner and glue that down. Now we can come in and put our little pearls on. And I'm trying to think, do I want to go with the light ones, the dark ones, or these ones? I think on the inside right here, oops. Let's see. I think here I want this one, maybe up in this top corner. Yep, that looks good right there. And then I think I'm going to do a blue one. Maybe right there. And I think I want one of these dark purple ones right up over top of that. And I need something right there. Now we're going to put some right here, and I think I'm going to go in for these little lavender ones for our butterfly. These little pastel, what were they called? Pastel pearls. They are so beautiful. Look how pretty. Oh, so gorgeous. And I'm pressing them in because I want to make sure that they're nice and straight. There we go. I think they just add so much to the body of the butterfly. And there we have. This card turned out as pretty as the other one, don't you think? Now you'll have to tell me which one was your favorite. Both of them were the same design, somewhat the same colors, but just done in a different format. to a degree. You can see it's the very same fold. I used the same paper. But I did change it up with the butterflies, the ribbon, the sentiments, and the pearls, and the butterflies. So you'll have to let me know which one was your favorite. And if you want to make any of these and you want to pick up that Hydrangea suite, it is on back order, but it is due to be back in this week. So this would be a perfect time. Hopefully it will come back before the free shipping thing goes off tomorrow. So if you want this paper, you might want to go over and look at it. The paper is available, and I believe the dies and the stamp set is. What is not available is the pearls and the ribbon. But this ribbon right here is available, and I think it looks gorgeous with it. So you could substitute that ribbon if you like. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button below and ring that bell to be notified. Whenever I put up a video, you won't miss a thing. And like I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy of our praise. And until we craft again, may God bless and keep you. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.